Now to a story we've been following since last week. There are now new emergency protections for thousands of nail salon workers in New York.
Governor Andrew Cuomo has ordered them after a series in the New York Times exposed dangerous health hazards. We spoke earlier with New York Times reporter Sarah Maslin Nir about the new regulations.
The new rules are very interesting. So they're an emergency measure. They didn't want to wait for regulations to be put into place, and that's a time-consuming process. So they instituted these on an emergency measure. They hit a couple different points. There's the health aspect, where workers will now be required to wear gloves and also for salons to be ventilated. Workers also will be required to wear masks, and this is something very interesting to me because those masks have been shown by occupational health scientists to be ineffective. They actually just look protective. They're not protective. And the governor's office told me that that rule that they instituted might change. They're going to have the health department do a study to see what is most effective for these workers. So that's the health part. Then there are going to be signage, new signage in every single salon that is going to be in 6 different languages telling the workers that they can't do things like pay a fee for their job, an illegal practice that I uncovered in my investigation that is widespread, and what their rights are in terms of getting minimum wage. The concerns that many people may have will be about these undocumented workers that are working in these nail salons. Is their legal status going to be in jeopardy, or are they going to be looked at by regulators now? I can say definitively it will not be in jeopardy. One of the important things that the governor's office told me is that they do not look for or ask or have an agenda of deporting or exposing people who are undocumented. Even undocumented workers have the right to be paid appropriate wages, and these workers have nothing to fear in that respect. And there's actually going to be an education campaign in various languages to explain that fact to them. There's going to be a new rule that every salon has to be bonded, which will be a type of insurance that creates a pool of money that the government can dip into in the event that the salons are investigated and found to owe workers money. They can't just disappear and hide their assets, which is a normal procedure that I found in my investigation. So they're going to have a type of insurance in case they defraud their workers, which has never happened before. So that, to me, is fascinating.
Sarah, one of the things we talked about last week when you were here live on CBSN was the flip side, which are the owners of these salons. But in your reporting, have you found that, for example, if they do decide to raise the prices of these mani-pedis, that people, the market will support that, right? It doesn't have to cost $10 to get that kind of pampering. The market can support a much higher fee for those kinds of services, and then that way they can pay their workers and not lose their businesses.
Exactly. I think every business every business model has to be predicated on compensating the workers. You can't have a business model that doesn't. That's illegal, and you could argue incredibly wrong. I have not done research into what the market can bear, but since the investigation has come out, I've gotten thousands and thousands of comments and tweets and Facebook messages of people saying exactly that. I'll pay more. And someone described me that they see at their local salon women stepping out of the Mercedes for a $10 manicure. I think many customers can bear the price of the raised price of a manicure, but I don't think the workers, and I know the workers cannot bear the discount as they have been bearing it.